Right in Old Town Albuquerque, just south of I-40, you can find Roots Rentals and Tours, the outfit that will be introducing me to some of Albuquerque's finest brews. And by brews, I mean beer. When you think of the flavors of New Mexico, our red and green chili may be the first things that come to mind, but our microbrewed beer is making its way to the spotlight, especially in Albuquerque. Recently ranked as the #1 beer city in the nation, Albuquerque's breweries might be the city's new claim to fame. So with all these stellar options, where does one start? That's where Roots Bike and Brews Tour comes in. Giving you VIP access to a rotating group of breweries, this popular tasting and cycling tour ensures the perfect introduction to Albuquerque's microbrew scene. They lay out the tasting tour utilizing the city's bike paths, providing a SAG vehicle and concierge, so all you need to do is show up. Cruising through the neighborhoods of Albuquerque on a bicycle, sampling microbrews along the way, taking in the New Mexico sunshine, that sounds like a mini vacation to me. Sign me up. We convene at the Roots Rental Shop, review the rules of the road, and get a quick breakdown of what to anticipate on the tour.
He'll also use hand signals, so putting out his hand in the direction that he's turning. Also right and left, that's also acceptable.
Just be mindful of the cars, and if we run into any equestrians, which we can sometimes do here in Albuquerque, we're going to give them the right of way as well.
And we're off. First, cutting through the historic Chacon addition to Old Town, known for its Leon Watson adobes, we make our way through the bungalow neighborhoods of downtown to the Warehouse District, where our first brewery resides, Marble Brewery. Marble is known for its award-winning and strongly hopped beers. Their Double White, Imperial Red, and Pilsner are among them. Brew S, Anna starts us off right, giving us a taste of some of their most popular brews. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Prost. Yeah. A tasting tour is absolutely the way to go when you're not familiar with a brewery. You're exposed to such a variety of beers in one sitting, it's like eating small plates versus an entree, where you get to taste test a bit of everything.
Yeah, that's, so that has spruce and pine tips in it.
We're doing some damage though, I have to say.
All right, and then if you guys just want to meet me down there at that side of the bar, and I'll take you in the back.
After sampling some of her product, Anna takes us to the back to check out their operations.
This is called the mash tun. This is where, if you guys want to take a peek in there, there's some grain in there now from the Wildflower Brew. It's already been crushed. We've extracted all the sugar we needed from there, and all of that liquid is now in the kettle.
Only one stop into the tour, and we've already sampled a strong selection of beers. But there's more waiting for us. Onward. Our guide Bob leads us through the historic Hispanic neighborhood of Martinez Town up to the Diversion Channel bike path. This path cuts across the entire city north to south, and because of the many people utilizing it, breweries have decided it's a good place to set up shop. Case in point, Canteen Brewhouse, formerly known as El Vecino Brewery. El Vecino began brewing its own beers for its wood oven pizza restaurants over 20 years ago, making it one of the older brewing companies in town. Like Marble, this taproom features award-winning beers as well as a great patio. No wonder the breweries of ABQ are some of the most popular spots in town. We sample some of the cleverly named brews like the Pigtail Pilsner, and then head to the back to learn about their process from assistant manager Tyler.
We also have right here what we call our hop back, which is a secondary tank. When we take it out of the boil, we'll bring it through here and we make a huge, like 5-foot-long tea bag full of fresh hops.
After seeing some of the fermentation, Tyler leads us back to the cold room. I'm all about going behind the scenes, but I have to say, these rooms live up to their name all too well, and I am cold. I'm ready to get back on the bike and start sweating again. And before I know it, I'm pedaling my heart out on the way to our final stop. Cutting through the University of New Mexico's campus, we pause to appreciate the campus's duck pond and the renowned Zimmerman Library designed by the celebrated architect John Gamin. And yes, this pause also allows us to catch our breath. Our guide Bob's good to us that way. At last, we have made our way to Nob Hill, the cosmopolitan heart of Albuquerque. And right in the middle of it all is the historic Jones Motor Company landmark building housing Kelly's Brew Pub. Since we are part of the tour, we bypass the patio and head to the brew room where they have a special table waiting for us, akin to the chef's table at a restaurant. Did I mention we're getting the VIP treatment? Kelly's also has a woman behind the scenes. For a male-dominated industry, the Lady Brewers of Albuquerque sure do represent. Unlike other brew houses that had a preset selection of samplers, here at Kelly's the choice is ours. And with nearly 20 beers to choose from, we have our work cut out for us. Thankfully, Shannon here certainly knows her product, and she has some great recommendations for us.
Our apricot is very, very popular. It's very popular in the summertime on the patio. It's just a really, really light, refreshing, kind of crisp ale with like an apricot flavoring.
Light and refreshing? This is clearly going to be one of our picks. Not a bad way to spend a Saturday, not at all. Just so you know, the folks at Roots switch up the brewery so you can have a different experience every time, which just means you have to do it multiple times. They also have other tours showing off New Mexico flavors, so check out their chili tour or winery tour. And finally, I highly suggest you sample the brewery's seasonal beers or limited editions because they could literally be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.